Coming through. There he is.
Hey, what's up, Dr. J?
What's up, man?
How you doing
How you
today?
doing?
I'm good. I'm good. I
Where
mean, I can't complain.
where are you?
I'm in Vegas right now.
Nice. How
Yep.
hot is it?
We're getting up to like mid 90s,
Ugh.
but my parents in LA say it's getting like hundreds almost. So
Yeah,
it's
it's been hot here. I was in Long Beach the other day and it was 82 and it felt like 100.
yeah, it's like it's such a dry heat out here too. It's like it just makes it so much worse. I mean, it hits you by like 3 p.m. You just
You
can't be
need
outside.
you need those wet towels they hang around, they're
Yeah.
like wet all the time.
Yep. All the
Let
time.
me let me jump in really quick. Today I'm super excited to have PGA Tour player and our newest Theragun ambassador, Collin Morikawa. How are you, man?
I'm doing great, Dr. J. Thanks for having me here. A lot
Of
of fun, a
course.
lot of fun. I'm excited. What you guys have done the past literally 2 days now
Yeah.
is just revolutionizing. It's awesome. I'm so happy to be with you guys.
We were talking about this morning, Cutter and I. It's really kind of, it's crazy because this is what we wanted. We wanted to be able to work with guys like you and to be able to have someone like you. It's a pleasure for us. Have you played lately? You been out to practice at all outside?
Vegas opened up their courses May 1st, so it's been 6 days of practicing, playing.
That,
It's like the best feeling because it's like you're just going out doing something you love that you kind of just were restricted not to do
like grounded?
for so long. Yeah, exactly. Like it was hard not to do it, and I didn't touch a club for about 3 weeks. It was just something that I didn't want to do. And then now, like, I'm just itching to get back out there every single day and get better.
What got you into golf? What started it?
So my parents tried taking up the game when I was born. They just wanted to do something. And I pretty much, since I was walking, before I was walking, I'd fall into the range. And that's how it kind of transformed into, me wanting to take lessons. By the time I was 5, I was taking my first lessons. And that's when they pretty much stopped playing. I don't think they've played more than maybe once a year. They probably haven't played more than once in the past like 6 years.
Wow.
But my dad used to go to all my lessons. They used to, follow me everywhere, whether it's summer tournaments, my dad would come with me. My mom was always watching on leaderboards, and they've just been the most supportive parents, and I've been really lucky to have them with me.
You have siblings?
I've got a younger brother, 17. He's a junior in high school. Doesn't play golf. He loves soccer. Hates golf.
That's how it is with brothers.
Yeah.
When you played at UC Berkeley, I'm just thinking about, like, when did it hit you that you felt like you had skills, like there's something that you could really start to hone in at? Was it early on, or did you kind of struggle for a while? What was that like?
It was crazy. Ever since I've been 10, maybe 11, I quit everything else and I just wanted to focus on golf. And like, this was something I always wanted to do. There was no backup plan. Whenever someone asked me, oh, have a backup plan, do this, do that. Like, I didn't care. I only cared about being a professional golfer and, winning on the PGA Tour, all that stuff. And yeah, I wanted to go to school. Academics was still important, but it's all throughout my junior days, growing up. Like, this has been my one path. I've only seen this one path to get to the tour, and it's just been an amazing journey. I love every part of it. I love not just only playing golf, but like meeting everyone, doing traveling, doing all this stuff. So for me, this has been my one road. There's no other road that I've ever thought of. I've always wanted to do this. I always believed I could do this, and with the results that I saw as a junior, as an amateur in college, it all just pushed me to realize that this is within reach. Let's take these opportunities I'm getting and make something out of it.
That's so cool. Have you had any moments where is there a time in your mind that keeps you focused? I think, like, that carrot that's hanging out in front of you, is it a green jacket? And by the way, if there's any question that I ask you that causes superstition, you just say next question.
Oh, good. No, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
But what is in your mind? Are there some things that you're really shooting for that would mean, I mean, technically you're a pro golfer now, so you've kind of hit that, but what's the next thing for you?
See, that's the thing, it doesn't just stop at, wanting to be a professional golfer or winning one tournament or winning the Masters or winning a major, whatever it is. for me, it like that's never, it's very satisfying to hit those marks, but I want to just keep setting higher goals. And I think that's just what I've always done. If I take something off one of my boxes, for goals for the
Yeah.
month, week, day, year, whatever it is, let's fill it in with two more. Let's like reach higher goals. Let's set another bar. Because when you look at it, there's always going to be people that are better, or in the past history, they've done better things. They've won more tournaments. They've done this, they've done that. Why not set the bar even higher and try and, eclipse those goals of what people have set for you. And for me, it's just setting goals, what I think I can achieve. And I just think I can keep going higher and higher. But you got to work your way there. You can't just skip to the top and
Yeah.
be pleased with everything.
Goals resonate with me. I mean, we could talk, that could be a whole nother just Instagram live talking about goals. Cause it's what I designed my life around. So it resonates with me a lot. Who's been in your game so far? Who's been the most exciting pairing you've had?
Oh, it had to be Tiger Woods. How could it not? You talk about something I've dreamt of my entire life. As a little kid, you see someone, change the game, see someone that you idolize. And to finally play with him this year in San Diego at the Farmers Insurance, the first 2 days was just mind blowing. It was a lot of fun. I think I got him the first 2 days, and then I think he ended up beating me at the end of the week. So in all, he got the upper edge. But that's what you dream of. To play with someone like that. Obviously, you didn't know what it was going to turn out to be like when I was going to be out here, but it's a lot of fun. He's an awesome guy, and to finally get to know him off the course, like a lot of fun.
That's got to be so cool. Probably a little bit surreal too, right?
Absolutely. I mean, it's you're sitting, I'm playing on the first tee and watching someone I've watched my entire life growing up, and it's like, wow, this guy's still competing. He's not just here just to be here. He's here trying to beat every single one of us. And that's what makes it so cool.
What do you do? Do you have a process you go through when you have a bad shot?
For me, I've been really good at just trying to, you can take it in, you can react to the shot you're going to hit, but try and get it out as quickly as you can out of your head by the time you get to your next shot. You can't do anything in the past and change that. So once that has happened, move on. You've got another shot, another opportunity to make something out of it. If you put yourself in a bad situation, get yourself out and try and make par, do something. I've been with the same coach. His name's Rick Sessinghouse, works out of LA for 15 years now. He's been my swing coach. He's been my mental coach. He's everything to me. And, he's transformed that mental game, which is so big in golf, into my golf game, and is just, blended everything together. And it's awesome to see how I've grown as a junior golfer to now, and how that's impacted me really from all that.
That's great. I love golf, and golf is totally mental. I mean, I'm so far from being a pro. I mean, let's not start talking about how many clubs I've thrown. But I think the ability you have to be able to move on to that next shot and not get in your head about, that's going to make my final score this, and all those things. I can't imagine the amount of work and time it's taken up. Apollo Ono, we've had him on, and he talks about the power of your mind and to be able to just close it off and move on to the next thing. And I can feel that from you too. That's really cool.
Yeah.
I know golf's changed a lot, and especially in the last couple of months, there's been controversy, and you guys that are on the tour have been obviously having discussions about whether you keep playing or not. And is having fans there watching, is that going to be strange for you to not? Because I know when you're younger in some of the tournaments, there's not a ton of people there.
Yeah, there's no.
Right? Yeah. So I'm just wondering if that how does that feel to you, knowing now you're in the PGA, and now there's suddenly not going to be anyone watching.
Being a year out of college, the fan stuff to me is still so new. It's not like I've played hundreds and hundreds of tournaments where I kind of feed off every single fan out there. And, I think everyone's different. Some guys love the fans, some guys don't like them, some guys want them. It's all a blend of players out there. For me, I love having them there because, they're there to watch us do what we do best, and this is what we love to do. So it gives them excitement, it gives them joy to watch us hit these shots, do certain things. But at the end of the day, we still want to play golf. And if we're able to bring golf somehow to the fans, whether it's through TV, through, live feeds, whatever it is, I hope people love that as well. And for me, being a year out of college, like, having no fans there, I don't think is going to affect me as much. It's going to be like a year ago when I was playing in college when you'd have two people watch me. It's not going to be that much different. Tiger Woods, I'm guessing, will be very different. We did play in Japan this year, last fall, where it got rained out and we had no fans, and it's very different, especially with when you have the best players in the world there that people want to go watch every single day. So at the end of the day, for me, it's still golf. I still got to go out there and play. But yeah, it's going to be different because you're not going to have the shots where people are clapping if if it's a good shot or bad shot. You just
Yeah.
kind of hit your shot and go on, walk to the next one, and just keep going.
You mentioned just a minute ago the taking the 3 weeks off or whatever the time was, not touching a golf club. I think for me, a lot of times I get a chance to work with the guys, but it's usually on the course. It's never during the week or anything. I usually catch up. If I do, I catch up with you guys, in a tent before the game or something, or before the round. What are you doing? What do you do to stay fit? What's your regimen? Do you have one? Is it, it's cycle, hit, like power workouts? What do you do? What are you doing to keep fit? And did that change during this quarantine?
Yeah, it definitely did. I'll talk about briefly. I know you want to just know about the background of how I even got introduced into Theragun.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
And
I'm
yeah,
super excited about that story.
so we'll get to that later. But yeah, I think talking about working out, I don't have a gym at home. I don't have all the weights. We bought a kettlebell. We bought, a couple bands. But for me, it was about keeping that mobility, keeping that agility, staying, doing a little more cardio into my workouts while I'm at home, doing some running. But for me, it was a lot of home workouts, a lot of body weight stuff, a lot of squats, keeping, lower bodies, upper bodies as agile and mobile as I can, but keeping it fit. For me, when I go to tournaments during those weeks, I'm not like some guys where they're working out every single day, every single morning. For me, I have to incorporate 45 minutes to an hour of stretching. And that's been big for me, that I've figured out, yes, I need this. I know I want to incorporate working out a little more into those weeks, but right now I'm just not ready for that. I haven't figured out how I'm going to put that into my schedule with, how I have my stretching lined up. So for me, yeah, during this past month and a half of quarantine at home, there's been a lot of home workouts, been a lot of time at home to really just hone in on my body, figure out what balance I need to work on, what areas I could work on without weights that I can do body stuff.
Do you have a trainer? Do you have someone that sets it up for you, or you kind of know your own routine?
Yeah, so I've got these people I've been working with, Urban Golf Performance, UGP,
Yeah,
out
UGP,
in LA.
they're great guys. Yeah.
Yeah, so I've
Those
been
guys are
working with
awesome.
them since about junior year of college. So they've been awesome. They create a program for me. And, anytime I need some help, anytime I need to give them a call, they're there. Whatever I need to be worked on, shoulders, back, whatever it is, legs, if something feels a little discomfort, they're there for me, and they've been awesome.
Those guys are great.
Yeah.
I've known them for a minute, and they're good guys. So like you did a little teaser.
Yeah.
We chatted about this a little bit, but one of the things that's really cool for me, Collin, is I have my own Theragun story. Obviously, like I have my own sort of adoption and how this means to me, and then I'm spoiled because I get to share that with other clients or patients of mine, and then they have their own story. And we have employees that have come into the company, and they have their connection, their own personal connection to Theragun. And when you and I talked the other day, it was such a cool, authentic relationship. So I'm going to give you a second. Just share with us how you met, how you discovered this thing, and then what it's done for you over the last few years.
Yeah. So let's see. Ever since about sophomore year of college, I realized, I can't just go out and wake up every morning and start hitting balls. And that's when I started traveling with the foam roller. And I thought that was crucial to my routines and everything. And I go through, sophomore year, I'm hitting junior year, midway through about winter break. I'm driving from SF to LA to SF, back from school to home. And I'm sitting on my wallet. I'm guessing every doctor, every person out there does not recommend doing that. And I definitely don't recommend doing that anymore. And my back started pinching up. And, things just got out of whack. I'd never hurt my body. I've never broken a bone yet, knock on wood that stuff never happens. But, I'd felt this feeling I'd never felt in my life. I had hit maybe 20 balls that morning with my friend my college mate, back at school. and my back started pinching up, and I was just freaked out. I did not know what to do. And at the time, you know, our college program at Cal had Theraguns. We had 2 Theraguns that we traveled with every week, but I just never used them really. I didn't feel the need to have to use the Theragun. It was so loud. I was like asking the guys I was rooming with when we would travel, like, what are you doing? Like, you're waking everyone
trying to
up.
sleep over here.
This is brutal. Like, I don't care what time of day you're using this. And, you know, I think that was all of our reactions when we first saw these, when we first saw the Theragun. But at that time, when I pinched my back, I knew I needed something to really dig into certain spots. We didn't have a, you know, a physio, a personal trainer that came with our 6-man squad everywhere we went. So what was going to help me? And the Theragun, UGP, they all helped out to figure out, okay, let's work on these hips. Let's work on my legs, my hamstrings. Let's work on these certain areas to really loosen up my lower back, so I could never have these feelings again. So that's when I started incorporating Theragun slowly in the routine. I had pinched my back again senior year, doing the same exact thing, being an idiot, driving so much, driving in a bad position, sitting, you know, poorly. And, you know, that's where Theragun came in again. And it was so important for me. And I thought, okay, you know, this is something I've gotten used to. I'm using it every day when we travel. It was awesome. I didn't care about the sound anymore, whatever. This is what I had to do to feel great. Now we come by, you know, June last summer. I'm turning pro. I'm not able to travel with my Theragun. You know, I still had my foam roller, and I'm like, okay, you know, I've got these stretches I can do. I've got my foam roller. I don't need a Theragun. You know, help me with my back, but my back's fine, whatever. Come to 3M, third round in Minnesota. And no one knows this. I had not told anyone during the third round. I didn't tell anyone during the tournament until after I finished my last round. I told my caddy and my agent that my back pinched up again. I don't know what from. It's not like I was driving, but my back pinched up just slightly to where, you know, I was leading. I was coming down the stretch. I was leading during that third round, and it could have cost me everything. It could have cost me that summer. Could have cost me my card for that summer. I would not be in that position where I am now. I asked my agent, do you know anyone at Theragun that can help me out? Thankfully, you guys did. I was able to have a product for the rest of the summer, and up until now, I've not felt any pain. I've not felt any problems, and that is what brought me to Theragun. I need it every day. It's just been, you know, it's a routine now, and not just my foam roller. I don't need that. I need my Theragun. I need this mini that now I think is just amazing. I can bring it anywhere. It's easy to travel with. It's small. It's light. It's quiet. Even the new ones are quiet. And now, you know, this is what I need. This is what I need every day, and that's been the key to keep me out of that pain-free zone.
It's so cool to have. It's one of the things we look for, obviously, with people we work with. But it's so cool to have you have your own sort of connection with the product. You know,
Yeah.
I get that around the world. No matter who I talk to, I have people telling me like this really does connect me with my body, and I start to understand the movement patterns and where the pain resides and where it originates, and you start kind of understanding those things. So it's such a pleasure to hear from someone like you that actually has their own connection independent of me or anyone really around Theragun. The UGP guys are great, and they know how to use it, and I've seen them, and I've watched them apply it in the practice room and then over in their training area, and it's really cool. I appreciate you sharing that story. And the mini, man, how cool is that?
I mean, this thing is the best. Like, you know, you talk about size, you talk about functionality, power. I've got that really soft one that I love now that you can just kind of work around the neck, that you guys have released.
Yeah.
It's amazing. I mean, I can bring it with me in my golf bag. My caddy might have a small extra little weight in the bag, but I don't think he's going to mind if he's able to use this as well while we're playing.
Have you taken it out on the course with you?
I have. I've been starting to bring it after we talked a few days ago. I threw it in my bag, and you know, just while I'm waiting, you know, I'm sitting in carts now. I'm not walking. You know, I get spoiled just driving in carts, but you know, it's nice. I can just keep it in there. If something feels a little stiff, if something doesn't feel right, you know, just kind of massage it out, focus on that one point, and there you go. Hit my next shot. It's awesome. I love it.
That's so cool. Well, I know it's probably super hard, but I want to come watch at least. And I want to come. I'd love to come and just hang out with you in a driving range, just see your pattern and way you move and stuff. That'd be a blast.
Yeah, no, it's awesome.
Do you have is there a course near you that you go practice, or you just have an area in your backyard? Or like when you're doing your daily, you know, the number of swings you're doing and the number of balls you got to hit, is it you go somewhere, or do you have something set up at your house?
No, so I've got nothing set up in my house. You know, a lot of pros you saw within the past month, they've had nets, they've had putting mats, whatever. I've got nothing. I didn't touch a club. But you know, there's this course up in Vegas called the Summit. It's a discovery-owned property. They're awesome guys, an awesome company. They've got courses all around the country, and outside of the country as well. And you know, they've given me a membership there to be able to play and practice. Great people, great members. So I'm able to go out there whenever I want, hit some balls, play, and just have a great time. Those guys are very relaxed out there. They know what they're doing, and it's really nice. You know, I'm only about 5-10 minutes from them, so it's a quick drive every single day to get there.
That's perfect. No excuses.
Yeah, exactly. There's no excuses to not wake up and go there and start playing and practicing.
I'm gonna fire off some fun questions. Well, we got the serious stuff out of the way. What's the first thing you're gonna do when the quarantine's over?
Probably eat out at a bunch of restaurants.
Which
I'm
ones?
a huge food guy.
Are you?
Just anywhere. Like I love, you know, we'll go to a bunch of restaurants on the Strip with a bunch of friends out there, and that I live in Vegas. A lot of pros out here. But that's what's fun, you know, about being, you know, on the PGA Tour. We travel everywhere, so I'm able to try a bunch of restaurants. My girlfriend and I, we look up like whatever the best Yelp restaurants are. It doesn't matter if it's fine dining or a hole in the wall. Like we live for good food, and that's what I live for.
I love that. When you think of the places you've been, and I don't want to put you on the spot, but when you think of the places you've been and some of the best food, like if I said Texas, or if I said Miami, or somewhere international, like is it like, oh God, I can't wait to go back there because they have the best blank? Well, where is that?
You know, my girlfriend and I, we really loved in New York last summer. I had only been there once. She had never been there. And it's so fun because you can go to so many places in like a short amount of time. And that's what I was really looking forward to for New Orleans for the Zurich Classic this year, which isn't happening, unfortunately. Because New Orleans is like, you know, it's a mecca for food. People live for food over there. And I was so excited to go down there because I'd never been there. My dad has been there for work trips. And he'll go there for 3 days and say he's literally eating throughout the entire day. Yeah, he just eats. So I was kind of pissed that didn't happen this year. I'm going to have to go back next year and really enjoy that. That's what I'm looking forward to the most.
Well, the tour goes a lot of places. You're gonna have plenty of time. You're gonna have a long list.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite quarantine snack, or just a favorite snack?
I love cereal. I'm not a huge like dessert guy. I love cereal though, and
What's your favorite cereal?
I love Frosted Flakes. I eat the sugary cereal. Everyone out there, nutritionists, whatever, probably hate me for it, but I love cereal. Like if I'm really hungry at like late at night and I need something just to crave that feeling, like cereal will do it for me.
That's the worst.
Yeah.
I had a bowl of Rice Krispie treats last night, and I'm ashamed to admit it, but it was.
It's so good. It's so good. How can you not enjoy it?
Did you pick up any hobbies or anything different, new? Did you discover anything new about yourself during this time? Because a lot of people are stuck. I was this morning thinking how crazy, I need someone to trim my beard that knows what they're doing. I mean, I need a haircut
so bad. I'm not taking off a hat. I'm wearing a hat and all everywhere I go now. But yeah, you know, my girlfriend and I love animals. My parents and my brother, they got a dog. They got a chocolate lab 2 years ago. With the amount of travel we do, it's really hard to travel with, you know, pets.
Totally.
So we've been fostering dogs. We've been doing one at a time. We've had, this is our third one. The first two already got adopted. So we've been able to, you know, have these dogs in our house, and just, it brings so much life. It brings a lot of fun to our lives. It keeps us busy, keeps us on our toes.
Tons of energy.
And it's just been a lot of fun. Yeah, we've enjoyed every part of it. So that's
is there a particular kind? Are they rescues, or are they puppies, or how do they?
Yeah, they're all rescues. They're all, you know, up for in the shelter. We had a small Bichon. We had a small I forget what time. Our first two dogs were small, and then now we have her name's Binky. She's a boxer pit bull mix.
Oh wow.
And she is large. She's huge. She's got a bunch of energy. She loves running. And I'm not a big runner, but like she doesn't go on walks anymore. She just only looks forward to runs. So I've got to get ready to run every single day for her, or else she gets a little angsty and doesn't love the time spent at home.
That's hilarious. If
Yeah.
one couple more, if you could be a fly on the wall anywhere in the world, where would you be right now?
Oh man, I don't know. That's a tough one. I mean, I've really enjoyed being at home with my girlfriend. It's been a lot of fun. I think if I was going to go watch someone and be a fly on the wall, I think it'd be some athlete, whether it was, LeBron James, Tiger Woods, someone that's just exciting. You see all these families that are just having so much fun. Now, if I was going to be at someone's house, I'd be at anyone's house that has a basketball court. I've been itching to play basketball every single day. I miss it for some reason. So like, yeah, whether it's some NBA player, I'd go out there and start shooting hoops with them. I'd want to do that.
Seriously,
Indoor courts though, indoor courts. Keep it cool. Keep the AC on.
Yeah, especially in Vegas.
Yeah.
Last thing, and I really appreciate your time. I don't want to keep you too long. I know you're a busy person. Theragun's had an opportunity. We had to, obviously with the quarantine and things, we had to pivot a little bit. And I worked with Brandon Marshall, and we talked about, how we could help some hospitals and the hospital caregivers and the frontline workers. So we had an opportunity to donate to several hospitals around the world, actually. And I want to give you just a minute to express how you feel or give them a message of hope or something, because I know several of them may be watching now. And we did make a concerted effort to make sure that, number one, they got a discount. We donated a lot of products as well to the hospitals themselves. We wanted to make sure the workers could have it. And we're carrying that discount over to our 4th generation products. So it wasn't just the 3rd gen. We want to continue this effort. We're working with different hospitals. It's important. You know how important recovery is, and think about what you do to your body. You think about what they do to their bodies. They deserve the same sort of professional care, right? That guys like you do. So I just wanted to give some context around that, and then give you a second to kind of maybe share a message to them.
Yeah, and just being out of college, I have a few personal friends that are nurses that have just come out of college, through nursing school, and what they're doing. I talk to one every single day about what she's doing out there, in her hospital at USC. So, to all the healthcare workers, all the people that are working right now, helping out this cause. I just want to say thank you from the bottom of our hearts, because you guys are doing what you love, but also risking your lives every single day, and you guys are putting everything out there for us. We're trying to do our best, and I hope everyone is staying safe, staying and doing what they need to do, but you guys are risking your lives for everyone out here. So I just want to say thank you so much. And please, use the Theragun, do what you have to do, but it's an awesome product, and I hope you guys are using it. But at the end of the day, you guys are what's keeping this country, what's keeping everyone moving one step further to finally, getting through this. And, who knows when the next time we're going to be able to really give the person we love a hug or see them and talk to them in person. But, you guys are doing all the steps to make this possible. So thank you so much from not just me, but from everyone at Theragun. We just want to say thank you. It's amazing what they do, and I don't think we appreciate everyone that has to do these things. And it's cool that I actually know nurses now. I know some people personally. When you're a junior, when you're in college, you don't know many nurses unless they're in your family. These are friends that I know that, to be honest, they were nervous. One of the nurses, she told me she was a little nervous about going back to work, but she has gone back to work for a few weeks now, and she told me yesterday that seeing transplants, seeing all these things, she loves that, and that's why she loves being a nurse. So all the doctors, everyone working out there, I think it was Nurse Appreciation Day or something yesterday or very recently.
Yeah.
So once again, thank you to everyone out there. I know we're all rooting for you guys, and hopefully we all get through this safely, and everything goes back to normal the way it was.
Awesome, dude. I appreciate it. Collin, I look forward to seeing you in person. This should have been in person, but we got to do what we got to do. And I really appreciate you taking the time to do this. It means a lot, from me having developed this years ago, and then getting it in the hands of people like you who it really does benefit and allow you to do more of what you love. That really has been my mission from the beginning. So I appreciate your time, dude. And I really look forward to seeing you play. I want to be there and watch you tee off one time.
Thank you so much. We're gonna have to schedule something. We'll have to go to the range, maybe play around together.
I'd love it.
We're ready. I'm ready when you are.
Thanks, Collin. Be safe. We'll talk soon. Really appreciate you being on.
Thanks, Dr. J. You too.
Take it easy, man. See ya.
Yep. Thanks, everyone.